automatically setting it from there. This is an older machine, but still very effective. Here again, as you can see, more panels being ready to be glued up. It's cut into these small strips, glued back together, permanent, to last forever. This big machine here is called a CNC router. Let me turn it off. So, by the way, what do we do with all the sawdust? It goes into this big collector. Once the sawdust goes into this collector, it goes into bags. The bags are used as either mulch or as bedding for horses, different types of things that sawdust are used for. We probably produce 25 to 30 bags of these a day. And you can see a lot of them over here, this back there, and back by the shipping dock. We'll have people come from horse race tracks, farms, whatever, to pick up the sawdust and reuse it. It's an efficient way for us to get rid of this without, paying a trash collection to pick it up. This is another pool table that is ready to be shipped. This particular one is going to New Hampshire, and it is all crated and ready to go. And again, once these things are packaged up, they'll go out through the loading dock, load into a truck, followed by common carrier to its next destination. Back to the CNC routers. This was a major purchase for our company. We purchased it about 10 years ago. It's all computer aided and it works off of the pneumatic system. So basically you take whatever panel you want to make, like this routing cut that you see here, and you program it into the machine, set it up inside. And punch a few buttons into the machine, and the machine takes off and does what it does naturally, what's written on the program. And it will do it the same way each time. Never needs a coffee break, never stops. And even, as you can see back here, it will grab its own tools. So as this thing fires up, it will cut this panel in about 2 minutes, which would normally have taken me 15 to 20 minutes before the old way of doing it. This machine's about $400,000 to purchase. It weighs about 30,000 pounds. It can do multiple things from either carving to detailed routing to sizing. We use it for a lot of different things that we have. And some of those will come into effect over here as we go through. This is the rail department. Now, on any pool table, when you play, your balls bounce against the edge of a cushion, a rubber, and that is the rail part. That's probably the most critical part of the table. Now, what the CNC will do, you notice how it's cut out these cavities in a diamond shape. Mother of pearl diamond will get inlaid into the top of this rail, and then sanded flush through the sanding machine again, and it's ready to be assembled. After that process happens, you come over here and get the cushions installed. These are the cushions for the pool table. This is where it'll bounce against. These usually will last 30 to 40 years, and again, the whole crux of the game is meant on balls bouncing off of a wooden surface, and that's how it's done. Underneath, it'll be drilled for its mounting holes. You'll actually get an apron that'll be installed onto it as well. When we were talking about the mother of pearl sights, we look at those, and those are actually what they profess to be, mother of pearl, which comes out of the seashell. We will do anything from that color that you see there to more exotic things. like double diamonds. Those are abalone shell. These, if you notice it actually has two parts. It has abalone in the center and mother of pearl on the outside. We get all kinds of requests for different things, such as something like this, where they'll have the customer's initial put into it. We've done steer horns, arrowheads, hands for a hand surgeon, all kinds of different custom things. One of the interesting things about what we do is every table is different, and every table is a little bit unusual. So when a customer comes in and wants something special done, it's not a problem. And again, you never pick exactly what the customer will want. We've had people come in with three-piece business suits that want something as strange as a steer horn made out of the mother of pearl sights with their initials in it. Again, it's what we specialize in doing. After the rail has the sights and the rubber put on, it gets what's called an apron. And that gets attached by a biscuit joint onto the side of this and creates the rail. And that will sit over the slate, cover up all the structural part of the table, so that's not seen. Again, they come in many different varieties, different sizes, different types, and we do all of that. Over here, because restoration is a big part of our business, this particular table is getting rosewood veneer put over the top of it. This table is probably about 150 years old. It's ready to be redone. The veneer panels are cut, like you see here. We will go over the surface, glue this back on, cut all the diamonds in like you saw before. This rail, while it looks a little rough at this particular point, they come in all different shapes. Over time, the pool table can take tremendous abuse. People hammer on it. Some of these have been a cabin. This particular set of rails, which is again about maybe 100 years old, you can see where the rail top has been actually broken off. We'll replace that, restore it, so it's back into good shape for the customer again. Antiques, pool tables in particular, because there's not a lot of them out there, carry a very high value. And all through here you can see where we get rails from all over the country to actually restore. And again, they start off very, very rough, and when you see them in the back after we've sanded them, you'll see a remarkable difference. Part of one of the main things we do is we still employ an old type of construction called dowel pinning. The dowel pin table, by its nature, has what's known as a dowel pin that comes out of the panel. When the frame goes together, I'll show you over here, the frame will plug in.